All right, today we're diving into a huge challenge in the AI world. How do we build AI agents that aren't just powerful, but are also, reliable and predictable? And we're going to do that by breaking down LangGraph, a framework that's really designed to bring some order to the sometimes chaotic world of agentic AI.
I mean, that's really the core question, isn't it? We've all seen these demos where AI agents do incredible things, but we've also seen them get stuck in loops or just wander completely off task. So, if you're trying to build something serious, something for production, you have to ask, how do we keep these things on a leash? How do we enforce some control? Okay, so to really get why LangGraph is a big deal, we first have to understand the problem it's trying to solve. And that means we need to look at one of the most common ways agents are designed to think and where that approach starts to fall apart.
So, this is the REACT pattern. It stands for reason and act. And it's super intuitive, right? The agent just operates in this really tight loop. It thinks about what to do next, it takes an action, maybe it calls a tool or an API, it observes the result, and then it just repeats. It's super adaptive, and for simple, dynamic tasks, it works great. But here's the catch. React's greatest strength, well, it's also its greatest weakness. Because it's only planning one step at a time, the agent has this kind of short-term thinking. It doesn't have a bird's-eye view of the whole mission. And that can lead it down some really inefficient paths, or worse, get it stuck in a loop, completely forgetting what the main goal was in the first place.
So, if just reacting step by step isn't going to cut it for the really tough jobs, what's the alternative? Well, it's about moving from just reacting to actually having a strategy. It's about planning. And that brings us to this really cool idea, the plan then execute pattern. The core concept is just brilliant in its simplicity. You separate the thinking from the doing. First, you have a powerful planner model that looks at the whole problem and creates a complete step-by-step roadmap. And only after that plan is fully laid out does a separate, often simpler, executor agent kick in and just start checking off the tasks. And when you put them side by side, it's just crystal clear. React is all about being flexible and adaptive in the moment. Plan then execute is all about being predictable and controlled. By making the whole plan up front, you know exactly what the agent is going to do, and this can be way more cost-effective too. Think about it. You can use your big, expensive, super smart model just once to make the plan, and then let a cheaper, faster model handle the execution. Okay, so we've got this awesome pattern. Plan, then execute. Great. But how do you actually build it? How do you manage the plan, the states, the different steps, and all the logic? Well, that is exactly where LangGraph enters the conversation. Now, to really get LangGraph, you kind of have to know the backstory with its predecessor, LangChain. For a while there, you'd hear this sentiment a lot in the developer community. The feeling was that LangChain was awesome for whipping up a quick proof of concept, but when you try to build a really complex production-grade system, its high-level abstractions could sometimes get in the way. The best way to think about it is with Legos. The original LangChain was kind of like getting a pre-built Lego kit. You can build the spaceship on the box and you can build it fast, but you're pretty much stuck with the pieces and instructions they gave you. LangGraph, on the other hand, it's like they just hand you a giant box of all the individual bricks, all the shapes, all the colors. It gives you that low-level control to build exactly the complex thing you have in your head, even if that means creating loops. See, a big limitation with the old LangChain chains was that they were acyclic. That just means the flow was a one-way street. Information went from step A to B to C. There was no easy, built-in way to say, hey, step C didn't work. Let's go back to step A and try again. And this is LangGraph's superpower. It's built for cyclic graphs. This means you can create loops. Your agent can try something, check the result, and if it's not good enough, it can loop back to a previous step and retry, maybe with a different approach. That ability to loop, to self-correct, that's a total game changer for building agents that don't just give up. All right, so how do you actually think in graphs? How do you build one of these things? The easiest way is to imagine you're managing a small project with a team. You really only need to define 3 things. First up, you've got the state. Just think of this as your project's shared whiteboard. It's a single place that holds all the current info, the original request, the plan as it develops, the results from your tools, everything. It's the one place everyone on the team looks to know what's going on. Okay, next you have your nodes. These are your specialists, your workers. And in the code, a node is really just a simple Python function. Each one has one specific job. One node might be your planner, another might call a search engine, and each worker's process is simple. It walks up to the whiteboard, reads the latest info, does its one job, and then writes its results back on the board for everyone else to see.
And finally, you've got the edges. This is your project manager. The edges are all about the logic. They connect your nodes. After a worker finishes a task, an edge looks at the whiteboard, the current state of the project, and decides which worker gets the job next. This is where you build all your cool conditional logic and those all-important loops.
So when you boil it all down, building an AMP with LangGraph is really just these 4 steps. You define your state, your whiteboard, you write your nodes, your workers, you add your edges, your project manager's logic, and then you just compile it all together. It's a really clean, explicit way to define even super complex behavior.
So what's the verdict from developers who are actually in the trenches using this stuff? Well, LangGraph is definitely seen as incredibly powerful, but like any tool, it's got some rough edges.
When you start digging into framework comparisons and Reddit threads, you see a pretty consistent story. On one hand, LangGraph gets tons of praise for giving developers that full, granular control over these complex, stateful agents. But on the other side of the coin, you hear complaints about the documentation being kind of fragmented, doc sprawl, as some call it, and a learning curve that can be pretty steep, partly because of all the imports from the larger LangChain library.
And you know, this quote from a developer on Reddit just nails it. It really captures that tension. The whole point of a framework is to make your life easier. But if you have to spend all your time fighting confusing abstractions, sometimes it really is just faster to build it yourself from scratch. And that's the exact pain point that LangGraph's back-to-basics low-level approach is trying to fix. Okay, so where is all this headed? Why does this whole shift from simple linear chains to these controllable, stateful graphs matter so much? Well, it's all about finally being able to build agents that are ready for the real world, moving them from messy prototypes to reliable production systems. And this right here, this is the payoff. This is why you'd go through the trouble. You get durable execution, which just means your agent can run for a super long time and not just crash and forget everything. You get true human-in-the-loop capability, so you can literally pause the agent, have a person check its work, and then let it continue. It gives you a rock-solid way to handle memory, and maybe most importantly, it makes these crazy complex systems way easier to debug. These aren't just nice features, they're essential for building AI we can actually trust.
And all of this leaves us with one last and maybe the most important question. Tools like LangGraph are giving us the power to build agents that are more robust, more predictable, and more controllable than ever. So as we get better and better at this, the question shifts from can we build it to what are we responsible for building? What are the things we should be creating with this incredible new capability?